welcome back to GearWire.com. I'm Bill Holland, and we're here at the record plant in one of the studios. Which one is this?
SSL1.
This is SSL1. Evidently, Snoop Dogg just vacated it recently, but we're here now.
Coming in.
Oh, he's coming in?
Yes.
Today?
Today, yes.
Awesome.
Want to hang out for a minute?
Tell me a little bit about the board here. It's an SSL, this is a solid-state logic board.
Another J-series board. This is a much newer one than the one that was in the previous room. We just installed it last January. So it's a 72 input, but basically the same console that what you saw in the other room. It's got the wings, which makes it look slightly different. But this room just has the small ISO booth. It's mainly just used for vocal overdubs and mostly mixing.
That's back there.
That's the one right in front.
Oh, right over there. Okay. Same type of compressors, EQ, all that?
Yeah, we try to keep the outboard gear in most of the rooms the same, just so if people want to do mixes and jump from room to room, they're not stuck without the gear they had currently. So, cool. But at least that's our goal. So
I see a little bit of we've got some Pultec equalizers down here, Telectronics leveling amps.
Yeah, the new Crane Song stuff, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, I saw right here.
Those guys are great. The new Chandler stuff is also excellent.
Okay, so Chandler, Crane Song, what else? Everything else seems pretty similar to what I've seen elsewhere. I mean, I noticed they had the DBXs they had the Teletronix, the DBXs, what else?
Yeah, I mean, the standard.
Yeah, it's
AMX,
pretty...
DMX, it's, the normal kind of studio fare of reverbs and delays, and obviously Neves and APIs, and awesome. Your basic...
Good stuff. What else in here do we want to look at?
Pro Tools rig's pretty much the same as you're going to see in every room. Okay. We use a lot of expansion chassis stuff now because of mixing in the box, which is kind of becoming more prevalent, so people need a bigger than a 3-cart system, so it's a big thing currently.
What are some of the plugins that are common to use? I mean, do you use the Bomb Factory stuff, and then what else?
Bomb Factory stuff, yeah, anything that comes obviously standard on the rigs, they use a bunch, but the Wave stuff is the stuff I've seen a real kind of always a request for. Sound Toys is always another one that people request. It's kind of bizarre because everyone wants what they use, at their home studio or so on and so forth, and it's just like there are so many plugins out there. It's hard to have exactly everything all the time, but we do our best to keep at least the requested ones available at all times. So
cool. Well, should we move on and show the isolation booth real quick, and then let's run in there. All right, so this is the vocal isolation booth.
Yes, in SSL1. Obviously, pretty much just a vocal booth. We have had people do drums in here. It happens occasionally when there's a pinch and they can't get another room, but it can work.
I can see that.
You need it to. So, it's pretty much your basic vocal isolation booth. This is one of the rooms that was built in the remodel like 15 or 16 years ago. So this is kind of the same stony feel and the same walls that you'll see in 3. So
it's an addition onto that.
Yeah, the front 2 rooms were the original 2 rooms in the building, and then the back 2 rooms are the add-on. So you can kind of see a pretty drastic contrast to those. So.
Cool. All right. All right, so now we're going to move on to the rest of the record plant.